Hello, my name is Mayan Shah with RVMax.us, and today I have this 2007 American Revolution 40E. Now this is a beautiful coach. It's got about 41,000 miles on it, and today what I'm going to be doing is talking about the condition of the exterior, interior. I'll even get on the roof and talk about the condition of the roof, and then I'll get it on the road and give you my feedback on how the coach actually is to drive down the highway and a little bit of a traffic. So let's start with the front, as I always do. This has a one-piece windshield, and it's got two wiper blades from the top of the coach. Now this is more of a bus, sort of a classic bus style design to have the wipers up top, but it's actually really nice when you're going down the road because it kind of shoots the water down instead of across and up. Now the front of this coach is in excellent condition. All right, we're gonna open up this first front compartment on the driver's side of the coach. Now you have a little bit of storage capacity in here, but mainly this is a place where your windshield wiper fluid is housed. You see that tank on the left, and on the right, that is a hydraulic pump. Probably for your jacks as well as your slides. Actually, that is for your jack system. This has a power gear jack system that is automatic, and you can also operate it manually. Now this motorhome has aluminum wheels all the way around, and we actually just installed all new tires on this coach. And beyond that, we also put all new batteries, coach side and house side. Coach side and chassis side. This coach is equipped with window awnings that do have aluminum shrouds, which means they're protected when you have them rolled up. They're out of the elements, not getting beat up by UV rays, and simply rain could get in there. It's kind of protected from that. Now down under here, got our first pass-through storage compartment. Now it actually has some slide-out trays that are not fully pass-through, so you can kind of compartmentalize and organize things that way if you'd like. Now what I'm doing right now is turning on the cargo lights, so you get some lighting down in there. You can see it's pretty well lit. Now, all the bottom part and the walls, and even up there on that bar where the chassis goes through, is all laminated type material that covers everywhere. So this, if you spill water on here, it'll be okay. It's pretty easy to clean, and it looks really nice as well. So as you can see, this slides out and locks back in place. It's a really good storage compartment. Right here is your second pass-through storage compartment. Now, this is the same idea as the front. We've got, one slide-out tray here and one over there. Now these are really heavy-duty slide-out trays. American Coach does not cut corners where it really matters, because if you get the flimsy kind of slide-out trays, I've had this happen before. If you kind of put them in a little too hard, they can break, and it is not fun fixing them. So it's good to have really well-built things like that. You can also tell American Coach cares. Check out these hinges. Most American coaches have these serious, really heavy-duty looking hinges. They don't play around, and that's just the hinges. So they take notice to detail. Now this is your wet bay right here. This is where you can dump your black and gray tank, as well as connect to city water pressure and fill your tanks. You got an outside shower, a little extendable hose, which is really nice. You just feed it back in there. Just a little bit of water pressure there. Now it's got a schematic of your valve system up here on the wall, so that's really nice. When you're winterizing the coach or doing something like that. You also got a little soap dispenser, which is pretty neat, and a holster for paper towels. The paint is fantastic. It's got a beautiful, I think this is a custom paint job, because I looked at the brochure from 2007 on this motorhome, and none of the paint schemes looked anything like this. And this is a personal opinion, this is the best paint job I've seen on a Revolution. It's just simply gorgeous color. It's almost a candy apple red, and then you've got those kind of earth tones going along with it. And earth tones are really popular, and that candy red is gorgeous. Now this, of course, is a 50 amp coach. You've got a pretty long 50 amp power cord right there, and it does have an automatic transfer switch. It's got all aluminum wheels, and we actually just installed brand new tires and brand new batteries, chassis and coach side. I honestly can't remember if I mentioned that, but I just wanted to hit on that topic. I mean, that's a couple grand right there, and that's, if you were to buy a used coach in a lot of other places, you will need to go in and do that to feel comfortable taking the coach across the country. And the products that we like to deliver, we like to feel very proud of them, and this coach is going to be ready to hit the road when you come pick it up. Now this has a side mount radiated 400 horsepower C9 Cat, which I believe is an 8.8 liter displacement. So very comparable to the ISL 400, except I think the Cats make a little more power, a little more torque. At least they feel that way. Now that C9 Cat is connected to your drivetrain via a Allison 3000 series transmission, 6-speed, push button. You can also manually shift that transmission if you need to stay in one gear going up a big hill. The back is gorgeous. The top 1/3 of the coach has a lot of that candy apple red, and it's a good style. The style is not out of date by any means. This is sort of the direction that American Coach has gone, and they morph into what they are now. Now this has a 15,000 pound towing capacity, which is a massive towing capacity for a coach of this size. And obviously, they felt very confident with their chassis and the amount of power that this coach has, because it's a 400 horsepower coach and it's only 40 feet and I believe 7 inches. You'll see a lot of these 400s in larger coaches, so they felt very confident about that. Now I mentioned earlier it's a Spartan chassis. It's actually got, it's a Spartan chassis, and then all the framing it's all steel framing, and it's actually built, it's called a Liberty chassis, and it's sort of a collaboration between American Coach and Spartan to create this fantastic modular system that they have here. Now this is what they call a service center. So all of your filters are located in here, quick and easy access. That's your power level thing right there. That other pump we saw in the front must be for your slide out. So that's your power gear or power level hydraulic system right there. Got a storage compartment right here. Again, there's no delamination whatsoever. I mean, it's got perfectly straight walls, and that's sort of a thing you see on a lot of American coaches, including the top of the line Eagles, Heritages of this generation. A good portion of them had delamination, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it is certainly nice to have a coach like this example we have right here that does not have any delamination, because it simply makes it look a whole lot better and says a lot about the condition overall of the coach. This is where your coach and chassis batteries are located. And up above, you have your inverter. It's a 2,000 watt inverter. Now, this is the second pass-through storage compartment. Again, this slides out. There we go. May need a little WD-40. Now up above, you'll notice we have some power connections. We've actually got 4 power connections out here. And there's also a Dirt Devil vacuum system, because this coach is equipped with a central vac. This is your first pass-through storage compartment. All the doors open very, very smoothly, and they go in place and they feel tight, like they made a good seal. Right here, we've got another storage compartment. You can really see that laminated surface that I'm talking about, because it looks fantastic, makes it look really clean and neat, and also it's just easy to keep clean. Now note the two window awnings and the large electric awning we have for the patio. It is also equipped with an electric door awning. So there's this push button, you push the button, they come right out. Yeah, the paint is fantastic on this coach. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, the fabric on these is also, they're in great, excellent condition. They're all covered by aluminum shrouds when they're rolled up. So another quality piece here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and show you the video of me talking about the roof and the condition of that. And then after that, we're gonna go ahead and talk about the inside of this coach. All right, we're up on the roof now. This has a one-piece crowned fiberglass roof. And all of the fantastic fans that this coach has, you got one in the kitchen, one over your half bath, and then there's one over your main bath in the back. All are covered by shrouds, which means you can operate them, you know, when it's raining or if it's really windy outside, which is really nice. Now this has a in-motion satellite dish. It's a Track Vision. That's located right here. You've also got a standard antenna, so you can pick up local stations and things like that. Check out the condition of the slide-out toppers. They're in excellent condition. That one I think is a little dirty, but there's no tears, nothing like that. They look taut, so those toppers look great. Check out this front main cap. It looks excellent. I think you've got two little spots right there where the clear coat's starting to come up a little bit, but for the most part, the cap looks really good. A lot of times you'll see, you know, right here in this area, clear coat will start coming off. That's like the first place of showing signs, and this one looks great. Also got a little spotlight up here, which is neat. See the top of your patio awning, looks great. These crown fiberglass roofs are really nice because the water sheds off of it. It doesn't stay up here. And on top of that, the fiberglass roofs are really easy to maintain. The only thing you have to maintain are your seals. And the seals look pretty good. And like I said earlier, there's no delamination whatsoever. There's no signs of water leaks inside the coach. You know, the roof is in excellent condition. Now on the rear cap here, we do have some clear coat coming off, which is interesting because you can't see it at all from down on the bottom. It's only on this very top piece. But the roof looks really, really nice. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and start on the interior of this coach. All right, now we're on the interior of this coach, and the first thing you do notice, no, I'm not gonna say that. All right, now we're on the interior of this coach, and this actually has hardwood that's finished in a cherry finish, which is one of the most popular options for a motorhome, to have the wood finished in cherry. We've also taken out all the carpet and that was in here, and there was also tile, and we put down this, it's like a laminate, it looks like hardwood flooring, but it's like a laminate type flooring. Now this is waterproof, and we done this all the way from where you're standing. Actually, the entrance is tile, and then it turns into this laminate all the way back up until you get to the back bathroom area. Now over here to your left, we have a nice little recliner chair that sits right next to this massive window. And that recliner chair is facing right towards the TV. Now you've got two nice reading lights under here to provide a little extra and direct light. Over in the kitchen area, we have Corian countertops. We've got a nice backsplash behind the stove area. We've got a convection microwave oven up top. Now this is a 3-burner gas stove. Now this is a piece of Corian, it seems like, but I think what happened was they may have cracked or lost the original piece, so they replaced it with another piece of Corian. You've got actually a good amount of space in the kitchen area. And one of my favorite bits about the kitchen area is the pantry system it has over here to the right. It has 3 of these very deep drawers that come out, and this is all wood. This is crafted wood. This is not cheap stuff. This is pretty solid craftsmanship here. You've got 2 locks that click in place when you close it, so it's not going to fly out on you while you're going down the road. Now over here we have a 4-door refrigerator that also has an ice maker. And it's actually got a stainless finish, which is nice. You didn't see a lot of this stainless finish, you know, in this generation. This is more of a modern thing, and it's nice that this has it. Also has a little filtered water dispenser right there. Now you've got a surround sound system for the front part of the coach. You see one of the speakers right there. There's other speakers hidden. You may have seen it over there behind you in the kitchen area. Got a good bit of storage up above. Really, in places are good. You've got a Corian finished dinette here. Now this turns into a bed. You have a nice large couch setup right here. Now actually this couch underneath has a full air mattress that pulls out. So it's about a full size or almost a queen size bed that pulls out of this couch. And there is a not a water pump, an air pump up above. So all you do is twist it on and you can adjust the, you know, how hard the bed is or soft it is for what you like. It's actually one of the best pull-out types of beds. The spring kinds are not very good. Now you've got your co-pilot and pilot chairs up here. Now these both swivel, as you can see. They're actually both heated as well. Now you see a little upgraded head unit there, but we're going to talk about that more a little later. You've got an upgraded Samsung TV. This is a newer TV. It fits in place. It looks like, it looks like a factory job, and it doesn't look really, it looks like a professional job did it. Professional person did it. Over here, you've got cup holders everywhere, which is kind of neat. You've got one here, one there. There's a cup holder over there. So you could actually sit here and hang out in the back and use the recliner and have a drink while someone else is driving. You're going down the road, which is pretty nice. Now this is a bath and a half coach. This is the only bath and a half model from 2007 for the Revolution. This is your front half bath. It's actually got a good bit of space in there, you know, especially considering this is a 40-foot coach. You've got tile in here. You've got a Corian accented sink. Got a little vanity, some space back there. You've also got an electric fantastic fan vent up above. And like I mentioned earlier, those are all covered by shrouds. Step into the bedroom area. Now on either side of the bed, you have Corian finishes on top of the wood, and you also have cup holders and power outlets. You also have a place where you can fire up your generator, and you can also lock, because this coach has keyless entry, you can also electronically lock your front door. So if you think you forgot the front door lock right before you go to bed, instead of annoyingly having to get up and walk up there, you can just hit this button and lock it. You've also got a fan. It's a dual speed fan, and the control is right here. You've got two little reading lights. You've got speakers back here that are connected to the rest of the audio system, but there's a switch to turn them off. You've got a Samsung TV back here. The wood is excellent. The condition is excellent, as well as the quality of the craftsmanship. And cherry is a tasteful pick of color. And you've got a little Corian set up here. Lots of drawers. I think there's 6 right here, and then there's another compartment over here for more storage. There's a lot of storage I'm not talking about in this coach. Like there's a huge storage compartment here that I just went right past. Now you have a separation door right here, as well as a separation door. It's actually a double separation door for your master bathroom here in the back. Now the reason we didn't put laminate down back here is because it already has a hard type surface. It's not carpet. So we're okay with this type of finish back here. We've got another Corian sink, another vanity. There's a good bit of space back here. I really like this model because it's still a shorter, relatively shorter 40-foot coach, but it is a bath and a half, and it's got that massive towing capacity. So it's got a lot of benefits for the big coaches have, but it's not as big. It's a little easier to get around tight places. We've got a nice big shower here with a huge skylight. It's got a magnet actually, so it's like magnet strips on either side. They just lock in place. Got a washer dryer combo right here. Got a large wardrobe here, cedar lined. And you've got an extra extension for your dinette table right there, so you can extend that dinette and make it a little bigger. You've also got extra shelves, so if you want to add shelves you can. You also have another access point for this, this little wardrobe area. Over here you have more storage. There's lots of storage in this coach. And also the woodwork looks fantastic. The color schemes all around, inside and out, are excellent and very tasteful. And we've contributed to the coach. It's already a very nice coach, very clean, relatively low miles, but we've contributed our part. We've taken out the carpet, put this nice flooring in, and we also did some things, made it prepared for the road. So without dabbling too long, as you can see, this is a beautiful interior and the condition is excellent. I want to go ahead and get it out on the road and tell you how this coach drives, so let's get into that. All right, I'm going to give a quick rundown of the cockpit area. So to my left, I have the 6-speed Allison transmission control, and I also have the control for my mirrors, and they're also heated mirrors, so there's a button right there you can turn on the heat. I have an auxiliary start button, air dump for my bags. I have exhaust brake switch right there. Now up here we have the emergency brake release, and as well as the controls for your fog lights and your headlights. Now this button right here is a pedal adjust button because the pedals are electrically adjustable, so you can pull them in and out, which is really nice. Right here we have the smart steering wheel. So on my left I can control cruise control. I can also flash my headlights, and I can flash my taillights on the right, and I have controls for my windshield wipers. Now what's interesting is when you adjust the steering wheel, all the speedo and the tach, everything also comes along with it. So it's pretty nice. What it kind of allows you to do is on most coaches, if you adjust the steering wheel, but this is stationary, sometimes this part can be in the way of your side of view of one of the dials, so it's pretty nice that it goes along with it. Now to my right, I have the color backup camera, which also has volume. So you see when I indicate, it switches. Now the quality of this camera is not picking up the screen, but you get the idea. It's got 41,283 miles. All right, here we've got docking lights and we've got extra fans for defrosting the window, things like that. Now this is nice. We have an upgraded touchscreen Bluetooth head unit here. Really nice upgrade. It's probably about a $1,000 upgrade. We've got controls for our electric sunshades, air conditioning controls, of course. We've got two 12-volt outlets, which is really nice. And this is where our control is for the power gear leveling system. So right now the jacks are down, as you can see, so I'm just going to hit retract so we can go ahead and take off. All right, let's hit the road. Drive.
That's a good one right there.
All right, we're getting on the highway now with this coach, and I just stopped and fueled it up at QT. And it drives, the C9 Cat is a really butter smooth engine. I'm not sure if it's the mapping, the electric, something to do with the throttle, but whatever it is, it makes it feel really smooth as far as power delivery goes. Very linear, smooth power delivery. Now these seats are superbly cushioning. I feel like I'm sitting in an old Cadillac. The cushions just they kind of accept me, and it's just sitting there gently holding me in position, which is really nice. I feel like I'm sitting on a couch. Now we're already up at 65 miles an hour. And like I mentioned, I think twice already, we put new tires on it. And I just spoke with my dad. We're also going to go ahead and change the oil, change the filters, and get the chassis lubed. So all the preventative maintenance will be 100% done. This coach will be ready to hit the road. Now there's no shaking whatsoever, no pulls. I'm cruising at 70 miles an hour right now, and the chassis is just butter smooth. I mean, this is really, really smooth. The steering is the steering, it takes a little more input to correct it. Now it depends on, your style. Now, the little more input to correct is more along the lines of how a lot of luxury cars drive. At least the a little older luxury cars. There's like not a dead spot, but almost a little dead spot in the center. So if you want to go to correct, you kind of have to get out of that dead spot. And a lot of luxury cars are like that. And this one's like that too. And it is nice because what it does is it numbs your inputs. So if you give it an aggressive input, it's not going to jerk you around as much. So you can be a little more casual as far as your corrections go going down the highway, and it's not going to jerk you around. It's going to keep you in a smooth, straight line of correcting smoothly, even if you're a little ham-handed. Now this coach drives very smoothly. I had cruise control set earlier, 70. I think I mentioned that, so cruise control works great. The engine brake is strong, and the power from this engine, this C9 Cat, is very strong. Like I mentioned earlier, this coach has a really heavy weight towing capacity. I mean, 15,000 pounds is good. This thing, it's swinging above its league as far as power goes, as far as smoothness, and this chassis is fantastic. I've actually read a lot of forums on the this Liberty, co-project between Spartan and Spartan and American Coach. And there's a lot of good reviews and a lot of good things that people have to say about this chassis, and I see why. I mean, this thing drives really well. I'm going to flick that engine brake on here. Engine brake is engaging. The engine sounds great too, by the way. And I can barely... One of the things that they bragged about when this coach came out was how smooth and how absorbent the chassis is of vibrations from the engine. I feel very little vibrations from the engine. I've noticed that the ISM Cummins motors, that they sometimes give out a lot of vibrations around 1200 RPM for some reason. Now this coach, nowhere on the RPM band is it showing any vibrations. Also, another weak point most diesel coaches have is when they're idling. For some reason, diesel coaches, when they idle, they give out a lot of vibrations. And this one is one of the smoothest feeling as far as vibrations go. And it's not on the Prevost chassis level. I mean, Prevost you feel nothing. But this is one of the closest I've felt as far as chassis other than Prevost. This is, as far as smoothness goes, this is one of the closest to Prevost. And that sounds weird coming from a 40-foot American Revolution. You'd expect someone to be saying, oh yeah, this big giant, Newmar King Air or Heritage is very close to the Prevost feel. And I don't want to, this is not a Prevost. That's not what I'm saying. But this thing, as far as the smoothness of the feedback from the chassis, it's got Bilstein shocks. As far as the smoothness goes, when it idles, the vibrations from the engines, it feels really good. And it's definitely, this thing is definitely swinging well above its league. So I don't think I have much else to say about the coach. I mean, it drives great. You've got electric, a lot of pedal adjustment, electric stuff. You've got nice tri-mirrors. You've got the side view cameras. You've got a lot of nice features and tech specs. But it comes down to how is it to actually interact with the coach and use it. And this one is superb. It is a 10 out of 10 to interact with, and will surprise you if you come down here, put your hands on the coach, operate the systems, and drive it. It'll surprise you. And to any serious buyers out there, I would be willing to bet $10 that it will surprise you, unless you're familiar with Revolutions. And you can take up my word if you come look at the coach. So anyways, with that, I think that this will conclude the video. If you have any more questions about the motorhome, or would like to schedule an appointment to come look at it, please call or text 864-376-5600. And check out our description to find out the price. And if you don't feel like listening to me blurt out the number to call or text, you can just click that link and see it on the screen. So thank you so much for watching, and keep watching our videos, because we try to keep clean trade-in coaches, or coaches that were from individuals. We also like to do, in a lot of cases, the preventive maintenance. If it needs new tires and new batteries, we'll go ahead and do that. And a lot of times we'll also put in this new flooring and replace the carpet. So we're pretty proud of what we sell. We're selling coaches to people that, you know, we're confident that they're going to get it and be able to jump right in it and go use it. So anyways, with that, thank you so much for watching.